There it is.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Vicki Mink. I'm the Deputy Mayor of the Municipality of Port Hope. On behalf of Port Hope Council, thank you for joining us today for this important and long-awaited moment, the reopening of Lions Park. Lions Park has been a valued part of Port Hope, a place for recreation, connection, and community life. Today marks not just its reopening, but a significant step forward. The park has been restored and made safer for everyone, now and into the future. The journey to this day has not been easy. As many of you know, Lions Park was one of several industrial sites identified for cleanup under the Port Hope Area Initiative. This initiative, a result of a legal agreement between Port Hope and the Government of Canada, was designed to address the legacy of low-level radioactive waste and industrial contamination in our community. Approximately 16,000 cubic meters of soil impacted by metals and boron, remnants of past industrial activity, including the manufacturing of cast iron bathtubs by the Port Hope Sanitary Company and later Crane, have been carefully removed and transported to the long-term waste management facility. This work was done to ensure the health and safety of our environment and our residents. We understand that the work here brought changes that affected how the community used and experienced this space over the past several years. The disruption to the green space raised valid concerns, and we appreciate the feedback and engagement from residents throughout the process. Today, we're pleased to share the results of that effort, a park that has been carefully restored for everyone to enjoy. Visitors can expect to see some workers remain in the area, completing and touching up some areas of the park over the next several months. However, we're excited to be able to share this space with the community at this time. It's important to acknowledge that the cleanup extended beyond radioactive waste. Thanks to the municipalities and communities' advocacy, the project also addressed more toxic industrial contaminants such as lead, heavy metals, and PCBs that originated from other industrial operations. This broader scope of remediation is a significant achievement for our community. We're grateful to the residents of Port Hope for your patience, your advocacy, and your commitment to a cleaner future. We also thank the workers, engineers, and environmental experts from both Canadian nuclear laboratories and the municipality who carried out and monitored this complex and sensitive work with care and professionalism. As we cut the ribbon today, we do more than reopen a park. We reaffirm our commitment to environmental responsibility and transparency and to the well-being of our community. Let's enjoy this beautiful space once again with pride in what we've accomplished together. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, Deputy Mayor, honoured guests. I'm very, very proud to be here today to witness the opening of this park on behalf of AECL. Getting to this point and this day has taken a significant amount of patience and perseverance on a number of people, not least of all Marco and Villia and other project staff. There's been a significant number of people involved in this project, right down through the organisation: environmental, health and safety, radiological, as well as engagement with communications through stakeholders and First Nations, as significant in our work. There is literally hundreds of people that have been involved in this project to get it to this where it is today. And I would also especially like to thank the municipality for their support throughout this project. At one point in the project there was some doubt whether this project would move ahead, and without the municipality's support it would not have advanced to where it got to today. So thank you very much for that. I've had the pleasure of being involved in this programme of work since 2012, and as part of that I've seen a number of projects begin and finish. And this one has been a particular project that goes back a number of years, when it was the initiation and the final restoration was a subject of discussion between myself and our former CEO to arrive at the design that we see here today. It went through council and was bought into, and as you can see from today, it is a substantial improvement to what was there previously. In total, the project has removed over 35,000 tonnes of waste, and as Deputy Mayor Mink pointed out, there was hazardous waste of a variety of various quantities and various type forms. So from today, excuse me, there's been multiple challenges as well, both technical and social. Groundwater has never been far from the problems in the project staff, and as the Mayor alluded to, Deputy Mayor alluded to, there was challenges in actually getting the project off the ground in the first place. But I think you'll have to agree the legacy that's been left behind is something that will benefit the environment and the residents and any visit to this area for decades to come. And I look forward to coming back to this site and using it myself. So, thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. It's great to be here today on behalf of MP Philip Lawrence as we celebrate the grand reopening of Lions Park. We congratulate Canadian Nuclear Laboratories and all partners for their commitment to environmental stewardship and community well-being. MP Lawrence wishes he could be here to mark this joyful milestone. Thank you to everyone who made this possible, and here's to a bright new chapter for Lions Park. Thank you.
Thank you. It's an honor to accept this on behalf of CNL. I appreciate it. Everything that was said today is absolutely to the core of what I took over 18 months ago. I do want to thank Mark. Your leadership, your vision is what we're standing on today. Bill, you took on a project that did have challenges. Technical, sometimes political, sometimes budget. You stepped up, your team delivered. Everything that was covered in the speech, everybody thanked. I want to give it a little different perspective. I want to brag of what Port Hope is doing. When I took over the role, I was challenged by council. What's the legacy that we're going to leave? Mr. Cameron, what's the positive legacy? I appreciated that challenge from the mayor, deputy mayor, and council. This is the legacy that we're challenged to leave. Mark, your team, you delivered. You delivered a vision that 18 months ago, I could not see. I had the opportunity to go to Phoenix in March and represent the Port Hope Area Initiative and present to 30 different countries. After I presented what we're doing in Port Hope, a lady from England came up to me. She was very emotional. And she said, "You're part of my thesis. Port Hope Area Initiative, working with the municipality, our key contract partners, and the biggest customer, our residents, are delivering what other countries can't." And she thanked us for what we're doing. She said, "You guys are cleaning up legacy waste so we can build nuclear for the future." All of us took that challenge on, and this is what great looks like. So on behalf of CNL, our contract partners, our project teams, our residents that stood by and supported us, even though we were very intrusive sometimes, and we ended up with incredible product that Port Hope can show the world what great looks like on remediation. I thank you.
David, tell me what you think of this, coming from your perspective.
Well, it's good to be here, Pete, again. It's good to see you again. Having a lot of years at the Alderville Black Oak Savannah Tallgrass Prairie, this speaks to my values, and it's an important reclamation for Port Hope, municipality of Port Hope. We do know the story of Port Hope. Been a lot of contamination throughout the town, and so to reclaim a site here and to turn it into what you're seeing today is really important, not only for the municipality, but for the residents and for all those little critters and birds and insects that survive and have to thrive in environments like this. So this speaks really importantly to what I believe in, and I think it's a good moment, a good day for Port Hope.
When this was first announced, when things were first happening, there was opposition because they worried about the trees and that. But you can see the trees are, I'm guessing they're specifically designed for this area, things like that.
Yeah, so I'm not an ecologist or biologist, but the strategy would have been relied on by a landscape architect, and the strategy in the plantings that you see, you know, the oak trees, the oaks, for instance, they have tap roots, they have deep root systems, whereas pine trees, spruce, they have shallower root systems that spread out. So there has to be a real strategy in laying it all out so that you decrease the competition in species. The way I look at it is that trees are kind of like people. Not everything gets along, and not everybody can live together. And we'll see in 5 years from now, 10 years from now, what this looks like. But it's a real balancing act in doing this. And I know from the work at Alderville, the work that still continues there, it's a real balancing act. But once you get it in the ground, then you have to let Mother Nature take hold. You have to do some coddling in the first couple of years, watering and coddling as we call it. But and once that happens, after a couple of years, Mother Nature takes hold.
Last question: as an Indigenous person, to hear that 35,000 tons, I believe, of hazardous waste was removed, and to see what it is now, must make your heart feel good, I guess, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, little under 15,000 cubic meters of industrial waste in this area here. I've been with CNL only for 15 months, but as you know, the remediation and the contamination in Port Hope it's been quite a challenge and quite a task. But to see what human ingenuity, to see what a collective partnership can do for the environment, for me, that's a good place to be at this point in my career.
It's an incredible moment for me personally. First off, I live in Port Hope. I'm a resident, and working outside in the nuclear industry, and what everybody's done as a community is amazing. You know, City Council challenging us. We want to know what great looks like. You know, the residents that we did impact. If you look around, you know, we worked in a residential areas for quite a long time. You know, they understood our vision, and we delivered through there. But really, the biggest credit, it really goes to our contract partners, working closely with the municipality and our project teams. Those three entities were the legs of this stool, and the stool is what we delivered as a legacy for Port Hope. You know, to me personally, this is a case study of what excellence looks like when a group of individuals get together and saying, "This is the vision we're going to leave Port Hope."
There was doubt in the beginning. I remember in the beginning, but I mean, when you see it now, this is my first time walking through it, and beautiful doesn't begin to describe it. Beautiful, peaceful. We're in the heart of Port Hope, really, and it's a beautiful area. I have no other word to describe it.
Yeah, you know, I reflect those divisions. When I first came here and getting turnover to lead the project, this was a hole, a massive hole with a massive amount of industrial waste removed. But the team painted me a vision to support them, and there was challenges. We had significant challenges. Water. You never beat water, and it was teaching us valuable lessons going forward. But the team never gave up. They'd had a challenge, they worked through it, and as I said, those three key staff members that got together, worked with the municipality, worked with their water treatment plant teams, worked with the projects, worked with our contractors, and I'm so proud personally of them. They actually delivered success. When I had the opportunity to present the Port Hope Area Initiative project in Phoenix in the waste management facility, or the Waste Management Conference, people were in awe of what we were actually delivering to the Port Hope Area Initiative. And a key part of that is working very close with the municipality. The municipality expects excellence, and I appreciate that, and it drives the team to deliver that excellence. Today in Lions Park, you see what that excellence looks like.